How is it that this small e-mobility company in East Africa is succeeding, whilst NIO, with a similar business model, is struggling? The East African company that I want to talk about is called ROM. If this is a new name, don't worry, it's because it's a startup. Of course, at first they were called Opibus Limited, but now they have rebranded to ROM Limited. Their operations are currently based in Kenya, but they have ambitious plans to expand throughout Africa in the coming years. When I studied how they are contributing to e-mobility adoption in East Africa, I noticed that they have a business model that is very close and similar to the one that is adopted by NIO. But what I find very fascinating is that they are able to succeed where I think NIO is struggling to succeed. The natural question then is, how are they able to succeed when a company, NIO, with billions of dollars in funding is struggling? I think there are a number of points that are responsible for their success, and I'll try to share them with you. Number one, market focus. NIO focuses on sedans, SUVs, and other passenger cars. This is a cutthroat, competitive market space. There are so many options for consumers. There are legacy auto and other e-mobility startups that are competing in the same space. In the NIO model, the customer buys the car and rents the battery. So when the battery is depleted, the customer takes the car to a NIO battery swapping station. So he or she swaps the drained battery for a full battery and walks out of the swapping station. No need for charging. The whole process can take less than 10 minutes. ROM has a similar business model, except that it is focused on two-wheelers as the electric vehicle and not passenger cars, as is the case with NIO. Since almost all of the two-wheelers that ROM sells, it supplies to taxi drivers, it means ROM is concentrated on the commercial fleet and not on the private passenger fleet, as is the case with NIO. The commercial application of ROM's two-wheeler vehicle leads to high daily kilometer coverage for the vehicles, over 120 kilometers per vehicle per day. Since the upfront cost of acquiring the vehicles is fixed, this high daily kilometer coverage leads to a reduced payback period for the vehicles, and therefore favors the economics of acquiring ROM's electric vehicles. It is important to highlight that in East Africa in general, the two-wheeler market is huge, estimated at over $3 billion annually. This is because most of the urban transportation is accomplished through two-wheelers, and this includes transportation of persons from point A to point B and deliveries within the city. Point number two, I think it is something to do with the labor cost. ROM has streamlined its production to do some of its manufacturing within Africa, and usually the labor costs in Africa are very, very low compared to other jurisdictions, whether it's in Asia these days and also North America. So that gives ROM a huge advantage in terms of cost reduction and being able to offer a product that is competitive on the market. Point number three, and this is my favorite, price parity. What ROM has done is that from the beginning, it has kept its eyes at bringing a product to the market that is at price parity to the gasoline counterpart. This is great news. I think that everyone who wants to compete in electric mobility in Africa has to set their eyes on bringing down the price to be at parity with their gasoline-powered competitor. For those that may not be aware, there's an EV race going on in Africa, especially in East Africa and Western Africa. And the winners are those that are going to innovate their way to price parity with gasoline competitors, while at the same time producing a product that is equal in quality or superior. Point number four, design. ROM designed its vehicles from the ground up. They did not try to retrofit or modify an existing gasoline vehicle and try to put some few batteries there, charging mechanism, and then sell it to the masses. That's not going to work in Africa. This is why I think the game of retrofitting existing gasoline-powered vehicles and changing them to electric is not going to work here, because the conditions are different. The roads are different, and many other things are different. So it has to be designed from the ground up. Speaking about design and innovation, ROM has largely avoided the pitfall of over-designing and over-innovating. That means, as much as possible, vehicle parts that are currently mass-produced should not be modified to avoid custom manufacturing and therefore escalation of manufacturing costs. And finally, the difference in cost between 1 kilowatt hour of electricity and 1 liter of gasoline in Africa, that difference is higher than it is in other developed countries. And because of that, it makes the case for using electric mobility a no-brainer from a cost perspective compared to the gasoline competitors. These are my thoughts on why I think ROM has been successful using a model that was pioneered by NIO, but NIO is struggling to succeed with the same. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.